It doesn't feel much different other than the windshield and the motor and the seat and the bars. So yeah, it definitely can rip. Welcome to MCC Just Motos. In 2025, Harley-Davidson discontinued their Street Glide Ultra Limiteds, which were based on the heavy and old Rushmore era bikes. The new Street Glide Ultra was released in its place. It was based on the new Grand Touring bike platform. It was lighter, had great tech, and to my eye, a stunner of a looker. It was so good I bought one in Whiskey Fire and Vivid Black. I bought it to go on some bucket list adventures with my wife, and that has been checked off. However, the bike immediately got criticisms from the Harley-Davidson faithful. They criticized the bike, the lack of 4 speaker systems, extra lights, and sparkles that the old Harley-Davidson Street Glide Ultra Limited had. They felt it was less special of an upgrade from their previous generations. To me, these things weren't super important, but I'm just one voice of many. And for the 2026 model year, Harley-Davidson dropped the Street Glide Limited, a bike aimed at addressing those concerns of the Harley-Davidson faithful. But just recently I had the opportunity to directly compare my 2025 orphan year bike with the 2026 Street Glide Limited. The base price of the 2026 is a little over $2,000 MSRP difference than my bike. And what I really wanted to know, was it worth it? Honestly, I was a complete skeptic and I thought, nah, I'm not really concerned about the speakers and the lights and the sparkles on there. I didn't think it was really going to be worth it. But after a test ride, it changed my mind, and here's why. It was the changes to the 2026 model year bike that Harley made that weren't the customer concerns that really sold it for me. These were the ones that the Harley-Davidson faithful weren't screaming about. That ended up making a big difference for me in my riding style, and I'll get into that. Those changes had me wishing maybe I held out for one more year to buy this bike. Well, maybe. Come with me in real time as I compare my 2025 Street Glide Ultra versus 2026 Street Glide Limited. It is demo day today. It's one of my favorite times of the year where Harley-Davidson brings their motorcycles to the local dealers and then everyone gets to ride. It's one of the most outstanding ways to go test ride different motorcycles. We're going to get a full ride review and the differences of the 2025 Ultra versus the Harley 2025 Street Glide Limited. Let's get into it. For 2025, Harley-Davidson upgraded the Street Glide into a Ultra. There were a couple things that I really liked, couple that I wanted to change, and after a while, I did change those things. So I have a new Freedom windshield 16-inch or 15-inch windshield because the stock Ultra windshield, even though it was better than the straight Street Glide, wasn't perfect. So it's a little bit better. The seat on the Street Glide was not great. The Street Glide Ultra was a lot more padded, a lot more cushion, but it still wasn't perfect for me for long distance. So I got a Saddleman, and then I got a Lapera, and I tried Lapera. It's a little better, but it's maybe a 5 out of 10. So the new Limited has a new seat, and it is heated. I did put heel toe shifter on, and they come standard on the 2026, plus there are highway pegs on the 2026, I believe. It does have a heated seat on the 2026. It does have a different speaker system, so there are 4 speakers on the 2026 and not on the 2025, with a different backrest and a different seat for the passenger. The bars seem to be the same, although I think mine are rolled down a little bit more than what are on the 2026 Limited. Oh, one of the other big changes I should have mentioned right off the bat is my bike is a 1/17-inch cubic inch motor. The 2026 Limited is a 1/17 variable valve timing motor. So it should make more torque, lower RPM with the same amount of horsepower. We'll see how that feels different wise. The rest I think is about the same. Oh, one other thing. In the 2026, you will see it has lights right there, right where those are right there. It has lights for better lighting system. All right, we are driving the 2026 Harley-Davidson Street Glide Limited. Oh, that seat feels good. It's nice and comfy. I can't wait to see if there's any difference. I do see some difference right now. So this is shiny plastic and I have matte plastic. We'll get that up a little bit. That helps the mirrors seem legit. All right, feel the clutch. Wait for everybody. I can just tell you right now, it doesn't feel much different. Oh, it does have the Heel toe shifter, I like that. All right, so just like my bike, it has a heel toe shifter. That's good. And it has a hill hold, I feel that. And here we go, off we go. All right, so right off the bat, does it feel any different from my Street Glide Ultra? Does a Limited feel different than the Ultra? I don't know yet. Not right off the bat. Do I feel much different? The bars are in a better position than my bars right now. I need to roll my bars up. That is 100% the case, because these bars are higher and I like it. Wow, I'm just such a dummy. My bars are too low. Okay, these bars are higher and I like it. I don't know if they're different bars or if they are just rolled up higher. I don't know, but yeah, I like it so much better. So much better. All right, I like that. As you guys know, I have a different windshield. So this is the you know what? It's a different windshield. You know what? I'm gonna stop you guys right here. I'm gonna give a mea culpa. I was so enthralled with the new seating position, I let myself fall into the oldest trick in the book, thinking it was a new windshield. But it wasn't. It's the same windshield as on my 2025. What you'll find, and what I found, is that the closer seating position makes the windshield work better. But I'm riding this the whole time thinking it's a new windshield than my 2025. It's not. It's the same, but you'll hear me talk about it. It's all part of the increased comfort from the new rider triangle, all founded by this new seat and the rolled up bars. So that's the mea culpa. You hear me talk about it a little bit. Let's see what happens when I go into sport mode. Let's see. Modes are right there, just like on my bike. There's sport mode. It definitely has a little bit different growl to it. Yeah, it definitely has a little more pep. So I very much like the motor. The motor definitely has a little more pop to it than my bike. Back to back, I just rode them back to back. And it has a bigger growl to it as well too. There's a different growl to it. It feels very similar. Transition side to side. Floorboard's a nice seating position and puts you up farther, and the handlebars are up nicer. So I very much like that. Yeah, it feels good. Brakes are really good. I feel like there's less dive. I don't know. We're not really getting in the corners too deep. So it's very nimble for its size. Yeah, it definitely can rip a little bit nicer than my 117, so it's nice. Let's go back to road mode. Yep, it's nice. The wind management feels really good. I think I really like this windshield. The wind management system is really nice here. It doesn't feel much different than my bike other than the windshield and the motor and the seat and the bars. So yeah, let's see. Bumps are about the same. Compliance is about the same. Agility is about the same. So the things that I really wish about my bike that I think this bike gets just right is the things that I've wished for. So Is it worth buying and upgrading a 2026 limited versus a Ultra? And the answer to that is it really depends. I mean, I think if you are willing to take a huge hit in depreciation and trade up, maybe so. If you have an option to buy the two different bikes, I feel that this is a better baked motorcycle. I do. I think Harley listened to the concerns of their customers and changed the things that people wanted. Oh, it does have highway pegs. Let's see, do I like them? Yep. You can see down there. Yeah. Whew. I like the highway pegs. If I want to stretch out, I can. And it works with the seat. The seat definitely has more back support than my bike. And I even went to a Lapera seat, and that was only a little bit better. Now, it does rotate it so you're sitting more upright, even more upright than the Ultra seat. So that's the cool part about the seat. It definitely puts more back support in. It's more cushy, and it rotates your hips so you even sit much more upright, which I like because on my bike I have to sit with my head leaning up higher than I do on this bike. So the rider triangle on this is nicer. But I wonder if combined with the handlebars being rotated up a little bit and sitting a little closer, it makes for a less cumbersome reach than on my bike, because after a while my right arm, I get a little crick in my right neck. The seat is not as wide as my Ultras, but it is cushier and it puts me forward, which I think I wanted. Honestly, I think I wanted that. And I don't know what it's like to be on a passenger on this, but I'm guessing because it puts me forward, it gives even more room on the passenger seat. See, can I do the heated seat? I think I can. Yeah, I just turned on the heated seat. Let's see. That was cool. Yeah, I just turned on the heated seat. Let's see what happens. That was really simple. I didn't have to look, and you can see the heated seat. So let's see. Let's try the heated grips. They turn on just like the last one. So yeah, real nice. I think Harley listened to, oh my gosh, that seat's getting warm really quick. So that's nice. Yeah, that motor, it definitely has a different pop to it. I don't know if it's more powerful, more ultimate horsepower, but I think the usable horsepower is probably different than on my 117 non-VVTi motor. Alright, so here's what I really feel too. I think the motor engages better down low with this VVTi. I didn't realize it was going to do that. So I think it has a little more torque down low, usable torque down low. And I don't have to rev the throttle as much. And it's smooth and a little more pop. I think they've listened to their customer base and they made it a more well-baked, more well-rounded motorcycle. You're gonna pay for it. I think you're gonna be $2,000 more, but is it worth it? You know, honestly, I think probably so. If you're going to this motorcycle, you want the comfort, the convenience, the features that make it such a well-rounded bike, and you don't want to have to spend an upgrade to get those. And so, you know, if you are really in that category, I think you're going to spend that extra money for it. Now, if you're not, the 2025, you know, definitely has some amazing color schemes, and they are really a way in leaps and bounds above the 23s. So I think you'll really like them. Am I going to upgrade? The answer is no, I'm not. The answer is no, I'm not. I just don't have the, the financial resources. Now, I don't know if I would, because I really am not a fan of any of the color schemes over than mine. The iron ore is pretty cool, but the 26s don't really do it for me. So that is something, and if you're going to be motorcycling, maybe that's really, you know, a consideration that people don't talk about much, is just the looks of it all. And that's one of the things that I love about my motorcycle, is just the the look of that color scheme. Let me know what questions you have on the difference between the 25 and 26. I'll answer them. If you have any questions I didn't get to in this review, I will 100% answer them for you. All right, guys, so that's going to do it. We tested the 2026 Street Glide Limited versus my 2025 Street Glide Ultra. Is the price difference worth it? Honestly, I think it is. If I would have waited a year, I probably would have sucked it up and got a different color. This was my favorite color of all time, but I think the features and the comfort really bumped it up. Harley listening to their customer base. Now that I have that, would I upgrade? Probably not. I'm in love with my bike. I think it's beautiful, has all the features. I'm slowly getting it exactly where I wanted. Guys, a big thank you to Harley-Davidson of Baltimore. Demo day is so fun. If you get a demo day, Harley does a great job of that. Guys, please like and subscribe. Check out my Patreon channel. Check out my member channel. That really helps me bring a lot of special content to you guys. What questions you have, drop them below. We'll catch you in the next episode.